Hey, welcome to another episode of Real Conversation. I'm your host, Nicole Jones,
And I'm Kwana Terry.
and we would like to thank you guys for joining us tonight and every other night that we're here on Real Conversation.
Yes, sometimes we're on a Wednesday, sometimes we're on a Thursday. Just depends on when you gotta catch us. You gotta catch us when you can. What's up, girl? Another week. How are you doing, my love?
I'm doing amazing today. Listen. I had a wonderful, restful day. How was your day? And wait, first of all, I want us to say congratulations because Kwana's daughter graduated from high school. Okay, we want to give her a big shout out over there doing big things. Okay.
Yes, grateful to God that He brought us through the 4 years and then off to college soon. So I'm excited for her. I can't wait to see what God has in store for her. So thank you so much. Yes.
Very welcome. I'm very proud of her.
Yes, we really are. She did amazing as well. So I'm just so grateful, But how's everything? Your daughter's home now for the summer, right? She's probably moving and shaking, doing what she's doing.
Yes, right? She is. She's doing a great job. She finished off strong as always. Very happy about that. Now she's just living her life. She's working. She's traveling. She's doing a bunch of stuff.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. The kids are doing so well, and I'm just grateful. So just keep praying for them, keep covering them, and they'll be fine. They're doing well. So so that's all that's really going on over here. It's summertime. I had to put my braids in. You already know it's that time of the year. Actually, I look crazy because you have on a whole tank top, and I'm sitting here in the month of June with a mock neck on. What is going on? Like, it's literally like 40 degrees at night, and I'm like, okay, nah. Because what's going to happen is it's going to start getting hot, and we're going to get 1 month of summer, and I'm going to be pissed.
It's like 78 degrees right now, but earlier it was like 80 something. So yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, I get so upset. I'm like, come on now. Like, I really want the summer to come, but good things come to those who wait.
I don't know what's going on with the weather. The weather is really bipolar right now.
I know.
It's everywhere.
I more so like the global warming. Ice crests are melting. So many places are getting strange weather that they normally don't get. So yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, I just need the summer to come like now. Even though it hasn't started, I think summer starts June 20th, 21st, or something like that.
21st. Mm-hmm.
Still, it's June, and I have on a mock neck, and I'm
tight. It's all right. You still look good, girl. You know you look good. You look
Thank
good.
You. Say I'm salty without saying I'm salty. Anyway, well, we got a great show for you tonight. We have so many good topics, and so many things have been going on, guys, in the media. But the most recent video that we see was Elon Musk. Now we know that his time in the White House is up, right? He's no longer going to be there. But I believe the video had Trump speaking, and then Elon Musk was like, either he was hot or disinterested. I don't know, but it was crazy. So let's try to go to that and see what's going on there. And you guys can be the judge.
Well, it's a very sad case. It's a case we win. We can't lose that case.
It's a very sad case.
We have the right to make grants. We're not going to make any grants like that.
We have the right to make grants. We're not going to
I don't think Harvard's been acting very nicely. I think Columbia wants to get to the bottom of the problem.
I think Columbia wants to get to the bottom of the problem.
What is that?
You know what? That was insane. And the way that he was just like disinterested, he was doing the Stevie Wonder. I was like, what is going on with him?
He's sticking his lips out. He's looking up to the sky. That was so unprofessional.
It really was. And what was on his shirt? The dog father or something like that? I'm like, okay, sir. What is happening? Like, he was interested. He's like, okay, it's my last few weeks or whatever. I don't even want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here. Shut up. And I'm listening to what Trump was talking about because he was speaking about the Harvard and the Columbia issue with the funding, and I wouldn't want to listen to him either. I was like, what is he saying? Like, he was like, and they're going to get on board. Shut up. I can't stand when he talks.
No one really knows what Trump be talking about. Only person that knows what Trump is talking about is Trump.
That is for sure. But he had his lips pursed. He was like, what the hell? I do not want to be here. Like, can I believe Elon? You got to do better. Don't go out as a salty person. Okay. You got to be me. Look. Oh gosh, that was so funny. I cannot believe that. But again, he did express some dissatisfaction about his time in the White House and what he was able to accomplish, and the little that he was able to accomplish in the time. So he did express that. So that right there, either he was, like I said, he was dissatisfied with the speech or just being there, or he was hot. And I don't know, somebody gave some shrooms or something before. He's looking around. I'm like, what is going on, sir? But, it's what it is. It is what it is.
What about, have you heard about the inmates that escaped in Louisiana?
In Louisiana.
It was like,
that's right.
12 inmates.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, sir.
His name is, what's this? Antoine Macy?
Massey, I think it is.
Massey? Is it Massey?
Yeah,
okay, for Antoine Massey. Sorry, I screwed up your name, sir. But I believe he's like one of the only ones. If it's not him, there's another one out there that they're still looking for. They caught everyone else. But this man is basically saying that they let him out. Now, I don't know if you guys seen the video, but I seen the video, and him along with all the other 10 or 11 inmates went through the wall. They didn't go through the door. They went through a wall that was, carved out.
See, if you look at his Instagram video, he explains it. He says, what they're saying is that it was an escape, but he's like, it really wasn't. They had help. He said that the water was cut to the building or to where they were, and they moved the toilet and went through the hole. So who had a hand in cutting the water? Somebody had to have helped them.
Well, 2 women was arrested. They gave them food and stuff like that, but at the same time, it doesn't matter that he got help from the inside. You still didn't go through the front door, sir. You still didn't get release papers, so therefore you escaped.
Yeah. And who's he calling on people to help him out? Like, I need help, sir. What? Like, I'm telling you, audacity is at an all-time high in 2025, yo. I am telling you. Like, he said, I'm calling on Meek Mill. Why me? Meek Mill, Donald Trump, and other influential people. Sir? Okay.
I'm like, what is going on right now?
But
is this real? This can't be real.
It is real. It's very real. Very real. Just as real as on this picture on the screen. It's very real. Like, it's, I commend him. He's like, listen, let me try my hand at it. Everybody else getting pardons out here. Speaking of pardons, with Donald Trump talking about he may pardon Diddy if he were to get out.
Right.
I was like, he's wilding. Okay. All right. But anyway, Antoine Massey is out. I mean, he's out. He's moving and shaking. He's on Instagram, going live. I'm like, oh, he's living a life.
He's living his best life right now because once they catch him, they add in on time. Whatever it is that he had left, they add in time onto that. So is it really worth escaping?
Okay, so that would be the reason why he's calling on the other people to assist him with this.
Exactly.
Hold on, Tink. He'll be all right. Hopefully, he gets what he wants. I don't know why he was in there. I guess, if he was in there for murder or something, then I'm like, okay, sir, get your ass back in there. Okay?
They didn't release what they was arrested for,
Mhm.
or they was, what they got committed for. But listen, do your time. You did the crime. Do your time. Leave when it's your time to leave. That way you don't have to sit up there and plead your case on Instagram. So Donald Trump or Meek Mill can help you.
Yeah, facts on facts.
You know?
You are not lying. I just can't believe it. I mean, as an escapee, the last place I'd be on is
It's
Instagram.
Instagram.
I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what's going through his mind at this time. But for me, that would not be the place that I would. And listen, he has. Let's go back to that photo. He has a distinct, like he's easily recognizable. He won't blend in.
Not at all.
I was like, sir,
Not at
what are
all.
you doing?
It's so crazy because I would be in someone's attic. I'd be in the attic. They would be bringing me the food. I would not leave that house. You would never see me again because I'm not going back. This man is on Instagram. He's on the internet. Like, oh, they can't find you through your IP address on Instagram, sir.
They do all that. They ping towers. They do all types of stuff. And it's like, sir, I don't. Okay, well, maybe that's why he in jail because he ain't thinking right. He ain't not thinking the way he's supposed to be thinking.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, I definitely would have been, like you said, somebody's attic, somebody's basement. They won't see me come out until I'm about at least 30. You know what I'm saying? 30 more years. 30 years, okay? You're going to have to, I'm looking like Martin and Eddie Murphy in Life. Stop playing. Yeah, you won't get me, sir, ma'am. Because they're going to add time on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's making it worse.
Right, it's not worth it.
Exactly.
And right now, by going on the internet, trying to plead his case, he's making it worse.
Poor baby.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Good luck, Antoine.
Yeah, good luck, Antoine Massey. I hope you get whatever you're looking for. And listen, stay strong, my brother. Stay strong. All right. Oh my God. So we were definitely talking about, this weekend I had a couple of conversations about ex-partners, people who are partners who are ex-boyfriend and girlfriends who are bitter about the relationship ending, and some people go to great lengths to try to hurt a person or try to manipulate things, in that person's life. And we were talking about that, and the conversation got interesting. So we're going to talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
So, a bitter ex is a person who, after the end of a romantic relationship, continues to feel strong negative emotions such as anger, resentment, jealousy, or sadness towards their former partner. This bitterness can show up in different ways, such as speaking negatively about the exes to others, holding grudges, or refusing to move on emotionally, sabotaging their ex's new relationship or happiness, obsessing over the breakup, or constantly bringing it up, blaming their ex entirely for the relationship's failure. Being a bitter ex doesn't mean someone is bad. It often means they're still hurt and haven't fully processed or healed from the breakup. Bitterness can fade over time with emotional work, acceptance, and closure.
Yeah, thank you for that explanation or that definition. I like at the end, and I think that was the most important part of it, where it says bitterness can fade over time with work, with facing your fears or facing that particular emotion and working through that. Most times people don't do that. They don't do that. So it's like, for a bitter ex, if you ever have one of them on your hands, and sometimes it can get really bad, should you engage or should you ignore them?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Nicole?
I think boundaries need to be set. You got to be clear and firm on, what kind of communication you have with that person. If you have any form of communication at all, um, when you realize that the person is bitter, I think you need to always stay calm and detached. Separate yourself from the situation because it can only get worse, as it progresses. So I think avoiding and pulling away, that's the best thing. Just leave it alone. Just let it be.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think going back and forth with them would be the best solution, especially if the ex is like really irate or mean, or even just completely nasty, obtuse. There's certain people you can't talk to when their feelings are involved, and you get that. So there are ways, that you can actually try to diffuse it. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, or something to that nature. But what happens when the ex partner tries to, like you said in your definition, tries to sabotage your new relationship? Like what?
It happens a lot.
And to me, I don't understand it because I've never been that one that sabotages a new relationship. Or
Right.
it's like, okay, it didn't work out. Whatever happened, happened. Let's move on.
Well, not intentionally anyway, because sometimes, you think that you're not doing it and it happens, but it's not. You don't. For people to intentionally go and try to sabotage someone's relationship is a bit redundant.
Yeah,
Just doesn't work out with you. That's weird.
yeah. And you know what? I get it. Sometimes if you put in a lot of time with a person and it doesn't work out, right? And they go and commit to someone, and a year they're married.
So it's so funny you said that because I just seen that on Instagram when it said this couple was together for 16 years, and he never married her. But then when he got with someone else, he married that person within 6 months.
And
now, it's a catch-22 with that because it's either, the person that he met afterwards, that was that person was the end all be all to his, to his happiness. And then at the same time, it's like that 80-20 rule that we all know about from the Tyler Perry movies, okay? They leave the person who they were supposed to be with to go to somebody who is like a gold digger, so to speak. I'm going to use a gold digger so you can understand the difference of, the two. It don't have to be a gold digger. It's just something in that area.
Yeah, I mean, that rule depends upon, of course, the individual in the relationship, right? I feel like there are people who are in relationships for such a long time and they're not fulfilled, if you will. Mm-hmm. And I think that they should be able to, whether or not they met a person 2 months ago and decided to marry them. I think that's their prerogative. They should be able to move on and move on in peace. They should be able to do so and cut the ties. If there's any children, okay, you work with the children, focus on the children and not you. But many people can't take themselves out of it, and I understand. Being hurt is a normal emotion, and the response to being hurt is I can understand it, because I've been there and I've been hurt before, and it's like, and sometimes you don't see a way out of it. But the crazy part, was I'm the one that's hurt, but the person is acting like they're the victim, right? Like, oh.
I knew you were going there.
Like, you want to be community property, but you got to be. What are we doing here? Like, that doesn't even make any sense to me, So I guess it depends on the individual. You know, I can see like you said in Tyler Perry movie, she was committed to her husband. She was, she was being the best person or the best version of herself. At least that's what she thought. And she was actually trying to save her marriage. She knew it was on the rocks, so she was trying to save it. So, he did what he did. But you know what? That get back. I love when God does the get back. You don't have to do anything. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Yeah. Right? So when he spun the block on him, he got a little gold digger on his hands, spend up all his money, don't know how to cook, don't clean, don't do.
He got sick. She left him. Come on.
She did.
Yes,
I forgot about that. Yeah, gotta be careful, But so I think that the consensus really is that whenever you do have a bitter ex, and they're irate or they're just some people start rumors, they start rumors about you. Just don't even engage. Just move forward. I think that it's best to do so because I think that engaging with them it's some sort of satisfaction for them. Like, okay, your emotion. They're like, oh, she really loves me because she wants to defend herself. What? No, that's a weird way of thinking. No, stop talking about me. I'm telling people lies. Take accountability. But
that part.
It's crazy. It really is insane. So you're saying? Do you have anything else about
You basically touched base on everything that I wrote down here, but it's okay because as long as you understand what's going on in your situation and you always put yourself first.
Yes.
Don't worry about nobody else. Don't worry about what anybody's saying. If people want to sit there and believe what's being said, let them. It doesn't really, I don't even care.
You know what? It's so crazy because I was talking to someone, like I said, we had this conversation over the weekend, and it was like if people are so eager or so quick to believe something that someone else tells them, that's really how they felt in the beginning. They wanted something to not like you for,
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it. I'm like, that could be very true, because I'm not. I tend to wait till I get my own experience with a person. Yes. I'm done. So I'm not gonna just shun you based upon what somebody else says. You have to do something to me, in order for me to be like, okay, all right, I don't like that person. So
I mean, come on, get grown. We got our own brains, okay?
Yes.
No one can sit there and tell you how to feel about a person. Only person who can tell you that is you, okay? And that's it. Whatever choice you made, that's your choice, not someone else's.
Yeah. And when it comes to the bitter exes, like the question was, should you engage or ignore? It says avoid negative intimacy and keep meetings impersonal.
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel that if that person is bitter, that won't come until later down the line. Because keeping meetings impersonal sometimes could be a huge feat. If that person, people haven't gotten over their exes from 20 years ago. So if that person is hard to talk to, it's like, wait a minute. How can you keep it impersonal? How can you get anywhere or have an effective conversation if they're still in their feelings?
So I have something here that I'm gonna tell you what I did some months ago. I blocked and mute the person on social media. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want nothing. I'm at this big age where I don't want no drama. I can care less about what goes on. I don't care what you're saying. It is what it is. Block, mute. You're not going to be able to get to me, and that's it. That's just it for me. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Like for me, I've dealt with so many different things, I've gone through so many different things in my life. So I've been able to process my stuff. You know what I mean? If you didn't process yours, that's on you. I don't want to hear about it. Because it's many moons ago.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about none of that.
Yeah, and it's not to say that you're being mean or you're being cold, but you had to do your own healing work from it, right?
Yeah.
So you did your healing work, and now you're doing, you're actually going into being a more functional member of society right now. You can maneuver past your emotions, and so I don't want to be in a place or to be brought back to a place that I had to heal from. I'm not doing this with you. I did my healing. You got to do your healing. I wish you the best.
That's it.
And we move on, right?
And that's it.
That's it.
Listen, you don't gotta hate the person. There is no love lost. It is what it is.
But the crazy part is some people be like, but why don't you wanna do this with me? Why don't you wanna have this conversation with me?
I don't.
That should be okay. Like, no is a complete sentence. Like, that should be okay. It's weird. It really is. But so I guess we're good though. The consensus is we do not engage, we ignore, or if we can't ignore it, we try to talk it down. And that's it. Then we move on with our lives. We heal. We do what we have to do to move forward. So yeah.
I think it's a maturity thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Your brain has to be very mature in order to be able to, deal with something like that. Because I see some very ignorant people. You know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of stupidness going on, and it doesn't make any sense. But just grow up just a little bit more, okay?
Yeah.
Grow up just a little bit more, because it doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah, absolutely. You know that age does not determine wisdom. So we definitely know that. And like you said, we at our big ages, right? We shouldn't be spreading rumors at anybody. We should, about anyone, we shouldn't be doing all that. Even if you don't think that person's going to know what you said, just don't do it. Just do it. There was a time that you loved that person, that you were enamored with that person, right? So now it's like, they're like public enemy number one.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I say it, and I've been saying this forever. The same stuff I'll say behind your back is the same thing that I will say to your face. I will never sit here and say anything to anyone else that I cannot say to you in your face. If I feel like that, I'm gonna sit there and keep it to myself, because that's one thing. Yeah, we don't need to gossip about people like that. Like, you're not even worth my time to sit up there and go down that path.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
I mean, if I'm feeling away, I sit there and call Quana. I sit there and tell Quana X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Quana sit there and tell me X, Y, and Z. But guess what? Both of us can sit here, and if we talking to that particular person, it's still X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
and
so it's
like that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
We're not. I'm not. Listen.
I've definitely like, listen, it definitely learned that. It's like, okay, listen, let me stand 10 toes down on what I said. I said it, so I'm going to back it up. And either you like it or you don't, but regardless, it's my feelings, and they should be validated as such, right?
Absolutely.
And the gossip, if I'm telling my own story, how is that gossip? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not gossip. It's your story.
It's my stuff. It's my truth, and I'm going to speak it. And that's it. If you don't like it because you are made to be the villain in it, then that's on you. But one thing I've noticed is that when we do have our conversations, right, we take accountability.
Absolutely.
The part that we played in, like, okay, you know what? I probably shouldn't have done this for that person to have reacted that way. I shouldn't have done that, and I apologize for that. So taking the accountability for your action is huge, and that actually sets the stage for that bitter ex now to become probably maybe somebody that you can actually be cordial with. Going forward.
Maybe.
Maybe. If not, okay.
It is what it is.
Cut your losses and move on, but at the end of the day, it's really about the emotional maturity and the maturity as a whole, to be able to handle conversations like that and get past a hurt, and that's it. So, yay! That concludes another episode of Real Conversation. Once again, I'm your host, Shaquana Terry, or Quanitary. And
I'm Nicole Jones.
Yes. And we premiere live on YouTube every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are taking a little bit of time off for the next few weeks, so you will not see it, but you'll see some content up there. Which we won't go live or anything like that. So you can always watch the other episodes that we have. They're great. They're informative. And of course, you can find us at real_combos_podcast on YouTube.
And on Instagram and on Facebook, you can find us at Real Conversations or Real Conversations 2021.
Yeah. So we thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for watching us. Have a great evening and God bless.